Okay, now, do you see that little red salt box? I'm assuming that's going to come in a minute. So let's find out what we have. Now, assume that the total cholesterol level for women in the age group 30 to 39 is normally distributed. And the mean, which we use the letter mu for, is 199. And the standard deviation, we use sigma to represent that, is 32. And then it says, find the cholesterol value such that 23% of women in this age group have lower cholesterol than that value. So we're trying to find out what number you would need to be in cholesterol to be 23% or lower. I want to make sure I'm getting that the right way around. 23%, such that about 23% in this. Okay, we got it, right. So hit the salt button. What we're going to do is it's on normal distribution, which is good. Go to the thing called mean and change that to the 199 that they told us about. And the standard deviation, change that to 32. Now, normally you would be putting a number in the px less than or equal to, but not this time. Go to the box below it, the one that has 0.05 in it, and turn that into 0.23. Now that's the 23% that they are talking about, right? Now, since they wanted it to be, I hope, below 23%, if I read that correctly, if you look at the picture to the left, that's exactly what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
But if they had said, what would you need to be in the top 23%? I guess that would be the really high cholesterol level. Then what you would do is you would click that right tail. Don't do it because it would change the answer. But you would click that right tail and then you would type in the 0.23. So you make sure you're either on the left or the right, depending on what the story is asking for. And these are called percentiles, if you want to know about them. Now, do you see that number at the top, the 175.3569? That's the guy you want. Now, if you put your mouse on it and cover it up, you can actually do a Control-C and copy it. Or you just have a good memory and memorize it.
I sure don't.
There you go. Now, how much accuracy do they want? Because that catches us out. Well, they want the answer to 2 decimal places. So round that off to 2 decimal places and go for it. Submit answer. Are we good or are we good?
Okay. And then what is the percentile ranking as a percent? Do I just...
Right, now, well, in this case, 23% is called the percentile ranking because in this story, they wanted to know the place where 23% and below. If they'd switched that story around and had somebody as the top 23%, right, the really high cholesterol, you would have to take that 23 and subtract it from 100. So there's 2 answers. It could either be 23%, which it is in this case, or the alternate would be the other 77.
Okay. So if they're asking for,
what cholesterol level would you need to be in the top 23% or the highest 23%, or a phrase like that, then you'd do very similar thing, but remember you choose the right tail before you put your number in, like your 0.23. And when they ask you for a percentile is always the number and everything to the left of it. So that's the bottom 23%, and that's exactly what you would use.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.